Cynthia, it's so lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me on this call. We're going to be updating the supporters of the program in Buteri in a few months' time, but I thought it'd be great to send them a few headlines from the program at the moment. But before I jump in with those questions, let me ask you this question, Cynthia. How are you and your family, and how are things in Kenya at the moment?
Thank you, Chris. Once again, thank you for this invite. Personally, I and my family, we are doing quite well. We thank God for he has been gracious. He's given us free gift of life and good health. Indeed, he's Ebenezer. The program, we are doing well. We thank God because despite the fact that the pandemic hit us so hard as a country and it affected us so widely and broadly, making the government to impose some restrictions. It caught us and it really affected the communities that we serve. And churches were closed, so we couldn't manage to visit our groups. The community finances went down because businesses were shut due to the COVID-19. So it has been so hard for us as a community in Western region, and our servers also, it has been so hard. Times are not normal, and we can feel the heat. Personally, as a person, and if as a person I'm feeling the heat of this pandemic, and yet I get something little from the program as salary, what of that person who depends on a business that has been closed? It is quite challenging. This makes it impossible for this person to bring something on the table for the family and also to save as a saver. That's affecting the entire program.
Right. Right.
Yes.
Thanks, Cynthia. Yeah. And right now you are in a new lockdown, hey, in Western region?
Yes.
It started a few days ago, didn't it?
Yeah, we are in a lockdown as in Western region. That is Western region composes of 13 counties, which are under lockdown right now. There are restrictions. We can't go to worship. When church closes, the program is affected because most of our meetings, we do them in the church. So currently the position of the program, as field staffs, we are not managing to go to visit our groups.
Right.
Because of that.
Yeah, I understand. So would that be one of the big challenges? I was going to ask you the question, what's a challenge that you are wrestling with in this season, Cynthia? I guess you've just described that to us, haven't you? The challenge is the knock-on impact of the restrictions on your ability to meet with members, to travel around, to gather. Is that the greatest challenge? Are there any other challenges that you're wrestling with in this season?
Yeah, that is the greatest challenge that we are wrestling with. In addition of that, we had at least a dry spell, a time when our crops needed rain. So you find that most of our crops in the field have been affected. Like maize, they were dazzling and fruiting. So you find that most of the maize are now and have not put on cobs because of the dry spell that was there. So it's another challenge that we are facing right now.
That's helpful to understand. Thanks for sharing that with us. Lots that your members are having to wrestle with at the moment. Perhaps I could just change the question now and come with a different question. What would be the successes? Obviously been a really stretching season over the past months and lots that people are having to contend with. But what would be the successes that fill you with joy, the celebrations from the program over the past months?
Okay, as a program, despite the ups and downs, we have successes with us. During the pandemic, there are few members who took a loan. For instance, I can cite one who is Irene. He has a tailoring shop. He's a member of a diocesan group. He took a loan of 20,000. He went, bought material. He mends men clothes and dresses. So from that, the loan that she took during the pandemic, she was able to bring back her business back to the foot, because it had crippled because of the economy. But right now we were interviewing and interrogating her 2 weeks ago, and she was a happy client because she's now, her business is up again. She's able to cater for the family. She has been able to buy a motorbike. She has employed somebody who was unemployed, who is a youth, and this person is able now to bring to the family. So that is the success that we have as a program, to cite the many successes that we have. We have another one that took a loan. He wanted to set up a business. So he put up a small kiosk to start, and he's a Muslim, so that he can empower his wife to start off the business. But right now, after these restrictions imposed on us, he has not managed. This is just a few weeks ago. He's put up his shop at a very strategic place, and he was requesting us to start using his shop as an advertisement place for Butere Community Development Trust. And we are happy with that.
Brilliant. Oh, that's good to hear. Okay, maybe this is the last question I will ask, but have you seen demand? You're explaining there the example of somebody who was able to lean into the program to get their business going again. Have you seen increased demand for what we're doing over the past months? Has demand leveled off? How is it as we look forward and think forward? Are you having to think with expansion in mind to meet the demand?
Yeah, so many people are coming on board because they felt like the pandemic caught them unawares, and they never had something to save. They never had something to cushion their lives, because you find that if they were doing small businesses, they were shut down. So they saw the need of saving. So more are coming on board so that they can save and have somewhere to lean on when uncertainties like the pandemic comes their way. So right now, so many groups have come on board. As a program, I think we have right now 48 groups. And initially, when we started off the year, we had 41. Wow. And the demand is so high. More sensitization have been made across the region with the staffs. But right now we are unable because of the restrictions imposed. Yeah. No gatherings, no meetings. But we have a lot in our diaries in terms of awareness creation within the region. Even yesterday, I was being approached with one of our members who has brought small groups savings, small people who are doing small businesses. They wanted a training on how to manage their small business. But due to the imposed restrictions, I was unable to go to conduct that training. So it's brilliant, and we are doing quite well.
Great. Thank you, Cynthia, so much for this update. It's so great to hear some headlines from you. And I think we can all, in the UK, we can all appreciate the challenges that you are facing. Obviously, it's a little different in Kenya, but we have had many challenges here around the pandemic as well. But so grateful for the way you continue to forge forward and build the program, help more and more people, assist more and more people on the ground there through the program. And we're really looking forward to getting a full update from you later in the year.
Okay, thank you so much, Chris.